Now let's go to the first person who want to volunteer today.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm
We're
gonna send it to everyone really quick though.
yes. Oh, there's somebody tried to. I not read that one. Who did that?
I think that's mine. I
Oh.
remember you told me to try to improve it.
Oh yes.
And I
Thank
talked to
you.
my mom about it, but I didn't get to do it. So I
Thoroughly. Okay, that's okay.
maybe you guys can help me.
Okay. So the title is a True Friendship from Naomi Pinson.
Is that where we're starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Naomi.
Wait, I'm not-
True friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead. Love, loyalty, kindness, honesty. A bonding of two, kindling a bright flame. A forming of trust that will never lose track. Even when change comes and life is at its worst, the two stick together and take up the slack. The trust in these two is deep and secure. The love and respect, all that is pure. I think not meant to say there, but with honoring hearts and listening ears, the two are known as an assurance and have nothing to fear.
Mm.
A long-lasting intimacy between two living souls.
Mm.
Happiness residing deep in these hearts of gold.
Mm.
Loving in pain, but bonding with certainty. Thus flame won't grow dim for all of eternity.
Mm. Wow. That's worth to read. We're good. So, yeah. Okay, let me read for you. To dramatize for you.
Does it sound better if I say their love and respect, or I think it's
I think that's perfect actually with
There?
the
the?
yeah. I like that. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay, love, loyalty, kindness, honesty, a bonding of two, kindling a bright flame, a forming of trust that it will never lose track, even when change come. I would do changes come because change is only one.
When change comes.
Yeah, but changes means enduring friendship, right? Went through a lot of things. So. Even when changes come, a life at its worst, the two will stick together and take up the slack. I don't know exactly that sentence word well because I don't understand the word slack or well. I don't use it that often, but
Definition.
but I like what you try to say there. Okay, so
I was just kind of.
yeah,
I was trying to rhyme, and I thought
Yeah.
or slack went with what I was saying, like
take up the slack.
caught or held tightly in position, loose.
Mm-hmm. Don't let me my criticism overburden
I was
you.
trying to
Yeah,
find a better explanation of.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good word to use.
I think it's good. I just don't understand the word well. So
Oh, okay.
no, for me. So yeah. The trust in these two is deep and secure. The love, the respect, all that is pure. I like that very much. With their honoring hearts, listening ears, and the two are known insurance and nothing to fear. Okay, they know each other, maybe insurance and nothing, have nothing to fear. I don't know exactly. The two unknown, because the two unknown can be to each other or by a third party beside the two persons, am I? So I think you try to express is to each other, know each other, am I? So yeah, know one another. But that's implied, obviously. So a long-lasting intimacy between two living souls. Happiness residing deep in this heart's gold. Loving in pain, but bonding with the certainty. I like the notion here you express loving in pain. The flame wouldn't grow dim for all of eternity. That's beautiful there. So from the beginning, is like a bright flame, am I right? So they wrap it up
Yeah.
with the flame that it never grew dim for entire. That's beautiful, Naomi.
Thank you.
Yeah. What?
I saw that you did that after that.
Okay, comments from Elijah. Comments.
First of all, I'll stamp it. It's pretty good. A pretty good stamp because that's what everyone says. Sorry, that was weird. This kind of seems a little different from. Well, it seems to me a little different from what you usually do. It's
Wait, what do you mean?
just like the style of it's a little different. Like how you start with just like words. It's almost like you're kind of. I don't think you use the word friendship in the poem, so you're kind of like explaining something, like adding up, like building up to it. It's kind of like something that's not well, except obviously by the title of the poem, you know what it is. But like if it wasn't there, you would. It's kind of like one of those poems that you're reading about. It's just not guess, but you have to like kind of read it a few times to kind of figure it out, figure out what you're saying. Because this could be taken as like a love between someone, which it is, but like there's a few different types of love between specific people. So there's like, it would take a few times to read it to realize that it is. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's a good thing. It's just the type of poem it is. I don't know if that's what you wanted it to be, but
Well,
Stop
don't I say
anything.
something?
He added two P.
It's almost like because friendship can be so many different types of things
Yeah.
for people. Like
Wait.
even
Sorry, no, I was
in relationships. So I feel like I was trying to do it all at once. Like it could be for anything almost.
yeah.
Yeah, but
always-
Elijah's quandary there can be addressed by the title, am I right? The poem open up with the title "Common True Friendship," so the confusion should not incur if you know the title, am I right? So yeah, so go ahead.
But yeah, it's good. I think maybe the format seems a little messy.
The format?
I don't know. It just kind of seems kind of jumbled. Maybe yours is different on your phone. Well, I guess I don't know. Never mind. The format kind of changes on the sizes of phones and you look. So I don't know. On my phone, the format looks a little messy, but that's not really something you can change. So never mind about that. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. For Elijah to say good, it's very good. Elijah is picky on certain things, so like his clothes, you know, he has to be very good for him to see it's good. So. Really good job, Naomi. I like it. So, everyone has making leaps the bonds in your poem writing composition. So, congratulations. Also, I like the thought you try to convey. Even sometimes you know, based on your age, experience in poem writing, expression, the power of expression in language, definitely you try to inventively to do that. But the point you try to convey is very, very beautiful. I like the fact that, I'm sorry, I was launching the comment myself, but I like the fact that you zoom in to using friendship not in the general way, but zooming in as if you can see the two hearts, two friends, how they develop the relationship, right? How they go through things. So I like that because you're not generally talking the friendship, rather seems to have a experience with it, describing a lie behind it, a story behind it, even it's not narrowed down in certain details. Making sense to you? So I like that fact. So it's just a unique way to take on a topic like that, because friendship can be a very general topic, right? So yeah, I like that. And yeah, there are certain words you might want to continue work on, the expressiveness of the language itself, the form of poetic language. Required experience, required reading, required study a little bit, you know. So Those, however, the potential is more than there, is big, so you can definitely improve on that. So I would, if you want a lot of poem, you're going to read a lot of poems. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, so like a track select there, you try to rhyme, right? So that thing is in the study, right? So study words, study, sometimes it's good to have vocabulary with you, so the study vocabulary is just interesting, different vocabulary. I think in the language, you really can be a very good English writer, reader, basically with 5,000. But if you really want to good at it, over 8,000 or 10,000. If you can do more, even that, it means you are more than a proficient. You are like a mastery of the English language. Now, how you build on that vocabulary requires some initial effort. So casual reading is good, but vocabulary, man, it's dictionary or compile everything. Why not just use dictionary, study their cases, memorize the vocabulary? So that's I think is the most efficient way to learn because language depends on words, right? So the largeness, inventiveness, how you use those words, properness, how you use the word, implied your capacity, the level of mastery for the language, right? So yeah. So I think you guys intuition decided some solid effort is needed. Okay, so in order for you to improve English, whatever you can casually do it, so this immersion they do it, but there are some tools like grammar books, like dictionaries, can be very helpful, right? So what is the other word? Has similar meaning, different words. Thesaurus. 3 tools you wanted to just casually read it. And every day, take 10 minutes and read a little bit. Every day, remember only 5 words. Imagine, every day only 5 words. So
our mom used to have us like write down words we didn't know.
Exactly.
We use those words now.
Exactly.
Manuel just sent you guys an app like a few weeks ago. That's vocabulary app.
Yes, I put out app there so for you guys to do it. So they're busy words or educational words. So you don't stumble. At the same time, you when you're not intimidated by vocabulary. Sorry, you're not intimidated by readings. You like to read now. Because why? Because you don't get frustrated with word grammar all the time, right? So I like to read. The second, it's fun to read, to broaden out. Then have a new word. It's like, oh, I found a beautiful flower in the forest. So like walking. So easily to pick out new words as well. So the intimidation, the fear fact is over. Now you can enjoy the language. So everything take out some barrier, right? So I always learn English as a second language. As much as improved, but still there's a hidden terror in me. Oh no, I'm not gonna I will make mistakes, so, which I do, so, all the time. But you have to really overcome that, so intentionally improve that. So I'm just generally discuss the point I feel can be helpful for you guys to improve your language skills. Okay, so yeah. Overall, is a good thing. Allow me to use those kind of discussion to bring some context to study. Okay, so okay, next person. Volunteer. Oh no, before that we need to finish commenting. I want to hear Esther and Noah. So
I think it's very good.
okay.
I don't really have any criticism.
Okay, that's allowed for this month. Next month, I'm gonna hear more, right? In commenting, so pro and cons, observation point, zoom in, so yeah, learn to do that. So be activated, so that you can be a very good participant in a very productive discussion, right? Don't feel you criticize somebody, rather than said, hey, let me offer some construction, offer some help here, you know. So, oh, I don't understand very well. Can you explain to me so I can learn things? Making sense to you? So yeah, so conversation like that can be very helpful to activate a different learning environment for you, different way to engage in learning. So that's why discussion, you know, it can be very helpful. You know, team study together can be very helpful because well, you have someone you can change the notes on, you can, you know, discuss the things, you know, you can complement each other. So if that okay, I don't want to hear you out. No, I don't care about what you have to say. We're used to stay together, right? Even to discuss anything because it becomes attitudinal confrontation. But you think about, okay, that guy, want to hear his point of view. I want to improve myself. I open up for whether good or bad or whatever, you know. So it compliment too much, I'm not going to take too much weight in it. Not because I don't respect that, appreciate it, but I'm not going to get carried by it. I just know solid how inner parameter knows how good I am, right? I'm not just desiring for good compliment to do something. I really want to achieve step by step, methodically and purposefully to excellency. And you know you cannot get there. And in order to get there, you need help. Maybe yourself is not the only source of help for that. You need somebody else to help you to help, you know, to complement your growth in that. So do with the vision of what you want to do. So, you know, programmers do that all the time. You know, so the best way to learn programming is plug in, doing it, and then get other thing, then let others beat you up, basically. So that's why, right? So, but you cannot imagine there are certain skill sets, certain environment. You can never succeed until you are plunged into a seems very challenging, intimidating environment because your starting point is very fractured, very limited, very low. But that's not your potential. That's only starting point. Everybody starting with the bad point. It's impossible anybody to be good at something just with it. I mean, talents can only carry so far. You know, intuition can only carry so far. It is a purposefully systematic, methodical persistence in the discipline something give you the confidence of excellency. You know, you can be good with that. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You learn how to learn, how you learn. You know, this brought out the topic as a general topic. I learned, I think I talked to Elijah and Noah a little bit the other day. I said, learn from the best. You know, if you learn from the best, you will, what the saying? Can you kind of repeat it for me? So, what the saying?
I think what you're saying is, by learning from the best, you'll at least become mediocre at your skill or something like that.
But if you learn mediocre, you will always land it up. Maybe the best is mediocre, right? So your great achievement is over mediocre. So it's interesting enough, is people continue to want to learn from the best because of mediocre give them a place of relaxation. I feel good about things, you know. So, but when it cannot endure the test, whatever, when things required certain potential engagement require excellency, and right. So therefore, excellency is a requirement. The standard is excellent. You have to be excellent with something. If your standards are mediocre, everybody say I'm good, I'm doing good. Then suddenly the people said, I want the excellent people, excellent skills to be the candidate for this position, for this opportunity, for this development, whatever. So the people will say, well, it's just not saying I'm good, I'm not good. No, it's true, you're not good. But more than you're not good, you will never be good because your defense is that I'm already good. And the standard, the excellence lay out there said, you're not good. You're not even there yet. So this excellency, the standard don't bend for you, you know, don't bend for everybody. It's just there, you know. So you understand my point, you know, regardless Therefore, if you're starting a point and said, okay, the starting point excellence is this much, I cannot get there, but I don't beat myself up. Nobody asks you 100%, but I'm not going to start with 60%, am I? To think that's good enough for me. At least I'm going to have said, I want to be 100%. Unfortunately, I'll try my best, I get 80%. So your potential is reached. And then point, your conscience will be clean. Said, I did my best. I tried it the best way. Do you understand my point? You know, in yourself said, I'm not really good at these things, but I did my best to get good at it. That's confidence that you can carry without the guilt, without worry, without regret. Said, okay, and that thing, I tried my best. I'm not going to beat myself up with it because my potential or my effort can only carry so far. But I did my best. Now, when you try one thing this way, try another thing another way, you continue to do this, eventually you find out yourself is interesting. Everything you do is about 80% now. You know how many people in life can actually carry on with about 80% in overboard? They may be good with one thing, 100%, but the next thing they're not good at is only 20%. So the overall view, I'm sorry, this runs like a life lesson for you guys. So they have this continual inconsistency in learning things, in handling things. But the good way, learn how to learn. There's an excellent way how to learn. And then carry everything, and everything you go, if you go on 80%, fulfill your potential, no regret, then 80% make you stand out about the mess. I mean, the people. Okay? You're not good at it, many things, but you excellent in the overall of things. That's, I hope no one do have some comments on that. So yeah. You understand my point. You guys don't be intimidated by life. Don't try to say, I can't be good at this point, I can't be that guy, then give up on something. If you're really interested, really feels important, you study it. You know, poem, history is a starting point. Am I something you can do? You guys, this morning I was thinking and praying for you guys. You guys have potential for poems. A huge potential. You will be great poetry lovers, great poetry writers. It's naturally built in you. You know, it grew to that. So that being said, Noah, do you have comments on Naomi's poems?
I don't have too much to say because of what was already mentioned. Just basic stuff. I would take a closer look at some of the words you use, make sure they're being used in the best way. Mm-hmm. Someone that is good with helping with that is someone like Dad, for instance.
Which one?
Oh, just several throughout. I won't point out a bunch. Some things I will point out specifically are one thing in the beginning and one thing in the ending. Just things to think about. Like the way you start off the poem by saying love, loyalty, kindness, honesty. Definitely a good introduction. In fact, you could have not only you actually, like, I just kind of see an idea you could have.
Is it the uppercase of the letters?
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong grammatically with this. I'm saying I thought of an idea that could have been used. This is just to like inspire you, not to correct you particularly, but like I see in mentioning those words, they kind of fit in with the poem, but they, in terms of like poetic structure, they don't really make too much sense. Like there's nothing that connects to them with the rest of the poem very well. And so, I mean, the theme, yes, they go along with the theme because love, loyalty, kindness, and honesty are things that are involved in friendship, especially in the way you describe it. But one thing I see that could have been done that would have been interesting is to mention those in that order, and then to have somewhat almost implicitly covered them each in, like, say it's 2 stanzas with throughout the poem. So following those 4 words, you could have began with a description of friendship that would have made sense in the sense of love and friendship. From following that, you could have expressed ideas concerning loyalty and friendship, and then kindness, and then honesty. And then your poem would have had this kind of nice, almost really
Construct.
kind of cool structure.
Yeah.
I'm not, again, this is not like a correction particularly, but it's like a cool way to think of how poems can be very artistic, not just in the expression, but also in their very structure.
It's true. Yeah.
And then another thing is, I don't know if this is a typo or not, but you don't want to say, thus, flame won't grow dim. Huh?
How's that?
Huh? Dad did that?
Yeah, Dad said no, but like.
Word.
Well, thus flame is like talking about flame in general, so it doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah.
You'd say this, not thus.
Me and Naomi started our poems all the same way.
Ah, there you go.
Or-
One word,
She did it
10
after,
cents.
she did it
Yeah.
after me.
Naomi,
Yeah.
I didn't copy you.
Oh, so your dad read your guys' poems? I
No,
did
you
a
didn't
little
read
bit.
mine.
Ah,
Mom.
some of it. Okay. Good job.
Yeah, Naomi, that was a good
Yeah.
poem. Nice
Good job. Okay. Next person.
Mine is it?
Try
Uh-uh.
two.
No,
I was
just
trying
like-
two poems.
Well, yeah, I was gonna try to fix it, but I don't have time. So my first one is kind
So
of
which
not
one? Try
very
two?
Poetic. No, I'm reading.
Like a fruit. Read.
I think the second one we don't need
Yeah,
to worry
I don't know.
about it. Yeah, you not started even. Not finished yet, I guess. Yeah. So read it, Esther, the first version. If you want, take your time, then write the second version. I want to see it. Okay?
Yeah,
So if you want
I
to
was
do it.
going to.
Yeah. Well, the coming assignment is write an essay on friendship. Okay? No less than how many words? We should 800 words.
Oh, no.
Too long? Okay, 500 words. Okay.
100.
Well, no.
That's a lot of our
500 is not long.
I have to write 500 words.
It's not long. It's not long. Not much at all. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
a paragraph can be over 100 words already. So, this paragraph.
Friendship.
Come on.
I have to.
Okay.
I have to write 300 word responses to 2 people twice a week.
Good for you.
It's not good at all.
Reason like a word set.
Man,
Word counts.
Just therefore here the toe. Thereafter the
Yes.
fine. So, yeah.
That which I would not.
kind, loving,
Sorry.
encouraging.
Yeah. Wait.
What?
Read loud now.
Read.
You got a
A
little
good
coffee?
friend is a good
yeah.
companion.
Guys.
Sticking
Come on.
through with you through tough times. Always there for you.
Sorry.
Ready to lift you up when you fall. A friend is one who you can trust and whom will trust you in return.
That's good one.
A good friendship is hard to grow, and you must grow it right.
What a beautiful expression there, Nestor. It's like a motto there. Motto. M-O-T-T-O. What do you call it?
Motto.
Motto.
For a friendship that does not grow good fruit is not one that should be kept. Is one that should not be kept. Be sure to develop your friendships in the correct way, the way God wants you to. For it is important to have a mature friendship and not one displeasing to the soul.
That's very beautiful thoughts. Can be poetic more. But for you, that is amazing. Your grammar, everything is right. Your layout, the poem is there. So the thoughts were precise and thoughtful. So I like it. Yeah. Comments?
Yeah, we find it pretty funny, so it's...
I'm sorry, I'm not going to reserve my comments to the last one, so I don't damn your guys' spirit to comment on things. Comments on her poem.
She's gonna have to read it first. She doesn't know what's anything.
No, I was. I just.
Read loud then. It's okay.
I think the first part. Never mind.
She borrowed from you.
Yeah, I think
No, I had no idea. Man.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, then there you
Okay.
go.
I mean, how would she have seen yours?
because I read it to her.
No, you didn't. I told you not to.
What I read it to.
Hey.
Anyways, I'm not saying you did.
Okay,
Mm.
fine.
I think it's pretty. I think the middle part where she said, "A friend is one who can trust and whom will trust in your return." I think she did really good with that part.
Yeah,
It played
that's
really well.
perfect.
I think she could use a little bit, like she could write this a little bit better and like using more. What was Mom saying? We were all talking in the car the other day.
Metaphor.
Yes,
Yeah, maybe more metaphor, but like
she was talking about me.
being more poetic in a way. Because I feel like
The last paragraph is like an essay.
I know.
Yeah, you're
sorry.
just kind of like explaining.
Don't try to be too critical for
Yeah.
you.
No, this entire poem is like a proverb.
Like proverb. Yeah, that's right. Proverb is a better word. Yeah.
You say proverb.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe working on being more poetic and
Yeah.
using more.
Do some reading on poetry is very important. So
But I do like it. It's good.
okay. Exhaust your opinion so that you can help.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. What? He's animated now, so that's good.
Naomi, it's Naomi's fault.
Okay.
Let's see here. Are you sure you did? I'm just kidding.
I didn't.
I don't know. They just yours and Naomi's very similar
Naomi-
in the points you make at least.
Mhm.
It does?
Yeah, I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. Oh, what's going on?
No, it's different.
I
Naomi is
specifically
talking
told
about two
Naomi
persons
not
of
to read it to
friendship.
me, so that I wouldn't.
Hers is talking about the friendship
You did
take
like
a point to mature.
Yeah, you're
grow.
right.
So
I know
the
I read
theme
first,
seems
but you
different
didn't.
for me. So.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Do this so you're not messing me up.
So, yeah, what they're saying about it not being very poetic, I feel like that's a recurring thing that's happened in your poems. Is there just kind of, if you wanted to, you could just read this with like literally, like you could read this as just almost like a statement.
Mm.
But, so yeah, I think that's something you could work on a little bit. But the thoughts are really good. Just like if the thoughts and kind of the same ideas were put into different wording and like even in different places, that it could definitely do a lot better. But yeah, I think it's really good.
Like Naomi said, a little bit more poetic in
Yeah, for sure.
expression. Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
give example how to do that? Like take a thoughts here, help her to poetically express it.
I mean, with the example I could give, I don't think you could just rearrange the words
I
that are
think-
already here. I think you can. Yeah, I think you just have to have the same thoughts and ideas, but
I
put
think with
different words for
the fourth section,
Fourth section.
as she did,
Okay.
like it growing.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of used like fruit if it doesn't produce like good fruit, but maybe she could even use like is that a metaphor or
Metaphor.
a metaphor that
Mm.
of like something growing almost, like she could use a tree or like a fruit tree.
Oh, that's very good
And
That's
one.
what I was starting to
Growing.
do.
Yeah.
Like she could use that and use like write it poetically in a way
Yeah.
and use a metaphor.
One
with that.
tree, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
grew
something
up to be a
growing as
tree.
like as an example for
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I can't think of anything like off the top of my head for like
Mm.
examples with what she has. Like,
Let's see. So when you guys doing such things, I don't mind you actually encourage you to discuss it with others, each other.
Yeah.
So they help each improve one another, because that process help you to improve yourself, and right. So you might interest in writing. So don't keep this process to yourself. Yeah. So Esther, making sense to you? So yeah, and receive criticism, even the worst kind, but just be quiet with that. So as doing better, right. So. And in long term, you form a work conducive, work healthy discussion environment. More important than okay, I got the point right. This occasion, making sense to you. So you have a friend in your life, help you to grow. So and then you begin to appreciate different people, different strength or different talents in things, and you don't feel challenged by it. Rather feel, oh, that's enjoyable, that is marvelous, that is something to be celebrated about, making sense to you. So yeah, live in that light. Your heart become bigger, your life become bigger, your friendship also become bigger, right? So you don't, so you get rid of a competitive spirit, a critical spirit by doing things differently, thinking, carry yourself differently. So making sense to you. So yeah, that is competitiveness and what the other word I'm use? Competitive as one. Like a feel challenge, right? It's very prevalent in this culture, which we don't want to be like that. Making sense to you? So when others want to criticize me, if healthy and good intended, I celebrate that. I said that guy really care about me. So making sense to you? He take interest in what I do, what I'm doing. So at least he care about me. So I don't say I don't want him to be wrong because he has nothing to good to say about me. That's not necessarily always good. Even he don't have a good thing to say about you, he still care about you. That's something to be celebrated about, right? So in return, maybe you can say, okay, I care. Thank you for care about me, but let me tell you, I have to take your opinion, your criticism with a grain of thought. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Maybe you can in turn then help that friend to grow or enhance his understanding. A little bit. Build good friends. So it's part of you grow in life. So yeah. I'm continue use this occasion to teach you guys life lesson rather than just doing a topic. Okay, so yeah. Go ahead. No one comments on this?
Yeah, I think one good way to think about the trouble you have with making sure it's poetic enough as a poem is like these are, I kind of see even what you've written as notes that I would take, say, before writing the poem and trying to figure out the ideas that I want to put, or maybe even notes that people would take from an interpretation of your poem that have these ideas inside. So these ideas that you're expressing here are things that you want to lock inside a more poetic poem. So this is like the treasure of ideas that you don't want to be this obvious. Yes. So you're kind of just revealing it all. So it's still fine. The ideas are still great, but you want to make it to where the ideas are not just expressed in a different way, but actually are
artistically expressed.
Artistically expressed is good. Like you want a different form of expression, but you want to express, usually in a poem, you want to express it in such a way that the reader has to figure out what you're actually saying instead of figuring out right away by reading what they're reading here. So there's kind of a bit of a challenge you pose to people that read poems when you write them in a certain way, say artistically, that kind of makes it somewhat ambiguous as to what you mean, but they have to really think about it and dwell on it and digest it to figure out what you're actually saying, which is really all that you're saying right here. And yeah, I think Esther's is going to be, like, her material is going to be good for if she tries to use these same ideas for an essay. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Go straight up as down and be my thing.
Yeah, but it's not 500 words.
Esther is funny about that. Pretty good. Yeah.
No, it's funnier.
Okay. Oh, no, it's funnier. Oh, he's a very serious man.
So yeah, one sticker.
Yeah. Your turn.
Green.
Okay.
All right, did everyone get my?
Green.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's green.
I don't know why it's green. Indeed.
I check marked your
Okay. Wow. The poet is on the stage now. So.
Friendship. As we live our life, there are those who come and go.
And to read like a poet, literally. Let's read loud. It's okay. Like you dictating to 100
I'm
people
trying to
in
think
the
how to read
hall.
like a poem.
That's a phone.
As we live our life, there are those who come and go. Tossed like a ball at play, the relationships are thrown.
Wow.
But
that's
there are
really good.
those that we shall meet, that girl at the park, that boy down the street, that are different from all the rest. A significant one. A relationship that cuts down deep. Friendship is pure, friendship is sweet, friendship is strong.
Swan? Okay, sorry.
What does that mean in Chinese?
Actually, it's very good. It's like a pair together. So you get a frustrated.
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead. Friendship is strong. My fault.
Friendship is pure, friendship is sweet, friendship is strong. That's your guys' fault.
My fault. That's my fault. That's my fault.
Friendship is strong and equally neat, but sometimes brief. True friendship is seen through the attitude between, through the love within. True friendship is seen. Love your neighbor, said the Lord. Love each one as he would have done.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm telling you, that's a very good poem. Okay, Esther, do you have anything else to say?
Okay, it's quite small.
Okay.
I'm kidding. It's very
You're
good.
kidding? Okay.
And I like the first part, how you need the metaphor tossed like a ball.
That's a very good
The
one.
relationships and I like that a lot. And let's see. I like where he's doing this. Where he like says a few things about friendship. Like friendship is pure.
Pure, sweet, and swan. Sorry. Can't make fun of him. I find he's more serious than Noah is. That's good to find out. So. Okay.
Yeah, I really like it.
You like it? Yeah.
And
So why friendship can be neat? That is interesting description there. Go ahead. That's it?
who are you talking?
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. Okay. Move on to the
yeah.
next person. So, okay. Nami,
Excuse me, gotta go.
are you bored?
I like how this poem of Elijah's is pretty simple. Like it's easy to understand, but
Yes.
it's also very deep.
Yes.
Sometimes how mine can be, but I really like how he wrote this one and
Yes.
the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
I like the metaphors he used, and
Which is, or which are?
the first one Esther was talking about.
Okay. That's only one
Oh, yeah,
I
that's the
can
one I got.
spot, huh?
Yeah. I like how he wrote it as well. Like the way it's structured.
Yeah, the structure is very, very good in this one.
And then I also like how he did it about like any friendship, I guess. So kind of different from mine. Mine was kind of about like one friendship, a true friendship, but his was more
The general,
A general-
understanding friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the way he explained that
Mm.
for this poem.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice. I like
trying
your.
to see if there's any criticism, but
Oh.
I don't.
I did a good job, I think, in this one. Yeah.
Wait. I don't understand why you said "is seen" twice.
Yeah, that one is almost
True
like.
friendship is seen through the attitude.
You don't
within,
understand because you're not.
Through the love within.
Somebody, I don't know who changed the
Is
punctuation I put on there because it's not supposed to be 2 commas because true friendship is seen through this,
Oh.
and then the next one is supposed to mean that, basically saying that is what true friendship is seen through. So like
Oh.
that's what the second. So like true friendship is seen through the attitude between, through the love within. True friendship is seen.
Oh. So repeating.
That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
We're-
I don't
It does.
understand
I think it
the
does.
punctuation's
Yeah.
wrong.
that. Then change it. So
No, that's
Someone else did.
That's I changed it for him. So I thought he was try to pair the same
like
thing
saying-
together.
I think you're right. I think
No.
you said you think too many times. I think you're right. I think you could say I think you're right, or you could say you're right. I think,
Mm-hmm.
but you're saying the same. You're using
I
I
just
think
don't
in
understand
2
why
different ways that you don't need
used
to
it
use.
there, and then you
more
ended
than
it
once.
off by saying it again.
Because I'm saying what it's seen through.
The only way that would work is if you put a period after between and then start another sentence by saying through the love within true friendship is seen. But then I don't particularly like that either, but that's up to you.
When I read Elijah, why I changed it for you is because I think you're trying to put an emphasis, like a reading, reciting, you're going to put an emphasis on some part, right? So sometimes the pure printing word cannot express that. You add a quotation to emphasize that, like capitalization, something, you know. So in this case, I really like it actually, regardless of what the others think. I like it. True friendship is seen like this in my student is a seen, you know. So true friendship, emphasis on that. So it's a seen through the attitude between, through love within. True friendship is a seen, you know. So that's my understanding of the composition, which I like that, because if you read loud like that, it really is a good form for me. So yeah, sometimes poems actually like lyric and right, you know, certain sentences repeated, right, to emphasize it's a key notion, you know, try to express.
But it's nothing particularly illegal in poetry, but
Mhm.
it really just has to do with like what you like most.
Yeah.
He likes it that way most. The way I would like it most would be is more of like a reasonable repetitiveness by saying true friendship is seen through the attitude between. True friendship is seen through the love within.
That's really good as well. But you try to rhyme here, I guess, right? So
I mean, that's a better way of doing it, I guess, but I don't really like how that sounds.
Okay. We have 3 options equally with merits. That's when no one's options has to be said as a final choice.
Like that's something you
based on
do
preference.
maybe in a song, but this is not a song.
Yeah,
Like it's
Sing
kind
it.
of word filled.
Yeah.
to me. Oh, sorry.
that's okay. Well, again, I like it, and it is so.
I don't disagree with what you like.
Comment. Further comments on it. Naomi, you offered a very wonderful comment just moments ago. You talked about the style, form, meaning, whole things being arranged, you know, stuff like that. So it's very good, and you flew to it. It's like looking at something and evaluate it. You know, it's natural to you now. So, Esther, you can learn from that. You know, comment. So reading poem, appreciating poems require those with appreciate the poem. Think about it. When you learn, appreciate it, you're gonna able to pay attention to composition, right? When you write, okay, I need to pay attention to form, pay attention to style, pay attention to words or something like that. So that's how you learn. So yeah. Go ahead.
I can see Elijah's ideas in his poem here that he is writing not just like with random thoughts, but he has writing with like experiences of his own friendship. For me, easier to see in friends that he has or that he doesn't particularly have anymore.
Because it's like his life before you a little bit, right? So,
or his experience with friends, yeah, I guess. I don't have too much to say particularly. I think there's a few grammatical things that are not really mentionable because they don't matter too much, but
which are?
Mostly punctuation, actually.
Punctuation, yeah. Okay.
On the top you say, as we live our life. That's almost like multiple people are living one life. So I would say
live our lives, yeah. Is that making sense to you, Elijah? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like bothering people too much about grammar when it's not like a super big deal in a poem.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
want to go through a bunch of non-important stuff.
Now I'll point one word there. Everybody give me a little comment in understanding why the word neat there is good. Is a little bit. Do you talk from the friendship as it use the word neat? It's neat. It seems a little bit casual word need for something, right? So in pair with the
when you
sweet,
said
strong.
and equally neat, but sometimes grief. Well,
Brief.
Yeah.
grief.
You when you said need here, you mean it's nice, or you mean it's just something neat. Yes, it's not. It's nice to have, but not that important.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
But you brought,
So-
did you mean that like with maybe a relationship that doesn't last, or
Yeah,
like I
Neat
it was
made-
neat, but
Or
it
is
didn't
it
last?
another case of fudge?
Maybe.
We have to randomly use fudge just around.
So you choose that word to have some intentionality there, or just flow with the thoughts there.
I guess neat. It's just another. When I'm talking about friendship, maybe it's not something you should put on there. Maybe it's a little bit too detailed because friendships are just something that are.
Not messy.
They're nice. They're nice to have.
Ah, nice.
But there's a lot deeper things than just this is
Yeah.
nice to have. That's just another
Well,
aspect.
the reason it kind of clashes a little bit is because neat is not a deep word.
I know.
Neat
If you use
is
neat in
arranged
any
and
other-
orderly,
And-
tidy with
and you
tidy with.
paired
You can
with
almost
some.
when it's used in like deep topics like friendship, it can almost come across sometimes as derogatory
Yeah.
because that's neat.
Yeah. So I think the word pure, strong, sweet, all words there is a word where descriptive and meaningful words, and right, it's not casual everyday words. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a formal words to describe friendship. Suddenly, a neat word coming in to describe friendship, not in the informal way. It's a break the style to me. So yeah, I think you might want to change
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. Equally important, equally whatever.
I might change a
word.
few words.
Yeah.
there,
So think about it. So okay, we'll wrap it up. Good job, guys. And we're all. I know everybody's busy, hungry,
Yeah,
whatever. You gotta go. Okay, so blessings, guys. Okay, what the assignment is?